America's Home Cooking. Set your oven to 400 and grease a muffin tin. Okay, we're going to be, this is going to be an experiment, like I told you. We're going to try some, I'm going to call them Christmas muffins. I know I'm like 4 or 5 weeks after Christmas, but it just came across my head, so why not try it? All right, I'm going to use a lot of my basics, but I'm going to be changing it around. We need 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Make sure you measure it level. Don't shake it and put it in a liquid measurer, because you're going to make them heavier. The reason I'm stating this is preparing you for when I start, I think, next week sometime. Come cook with me. And so you've got to learn some of these steps so it's easier for you. Now we're going to add 1/3 cup of whole wheat. You also need to put 1/3 stick of butter on and melt it. I think butter will go very nicely with these muffins instead of oil. And you need 1/4 cup of regular sugar. And we're in single digits this morning, so it's still cold. But next week we got a warm spell. Everybody at the store, we were making jokes and said, God, we'll be ready to wear a bikini. We'll be in the 30s. We'll actually go swimming after being all in this cold weather. One person said, it's been so cold, I think because we're above 32, we could actually go sunbathing. We were all laughing because we know it is cold. All right, we're going to use light brown sugar in this because I don't want to use the dark brown. I think the molasses will interfere with what we're talking about here. So we need 1/4 cup of light brown sugar. Do pack it. And you just have measuring spoons. 4 tablespoons will do the job for you. Let me see how my butter's doing. Okay, you're hot enough. That'll finish melting the rest of the butter in there. For the person who asked for the apricot butter, I can't give it to you. We can't do it until the apricots come out because we need fresh apricots to make that apricot butter. And if you want the cantaloupe, I won't do that until the cantaloupes come out of the garden because they're sweeter, and the ones you get in the store do not have the flavor that I'm looking for that I would like you to have. So we're going to hold off on those. All right, we're going to put 2 tablespoons of wheat germ with this as well. All right. I would like to add more. Okay, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Remember, I'm using homemade. If you do not have homemade, you're also going to have to add a teaspoon of baking soda. Okay? As I learned when I learned to make my own baking powder, I learned baking soda was not something I was going to be using in a lot of my baking. And I was surprised how it affected it, but it was good. Anyway. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. All of you are so quiet now after all the insults less than 30 minutes ago. I guess they got tired of it. But I was always taught if people have to insult you, they don't have much of a life and they're a pretty poor sap. That's what I was taught. Now, we've got all of this in here so far. I'm mixing it with my hand to break the brown sugar up. And I don't know how this is going to come out. Okay. Okay. Okay, I have a lot of this mixed fruits, okay? There's Lisa, Lisa, Emeriel. Yes, hello, good morning to everybody. I'm creating something. It's coming out of my head. Lisa, I'm not sure. I'm going to call them Christmas. I know I'm 5 weeks behind Christmas, but we're going to make these into muffins. You know how you always have the candied fruit for the breads and stuff they make for Christmas? I just got this crazy idea. Why can't I sit there and put them in muffins, you know, and make like a Christmas muffin? And we're going to see how this comes out. I don't know. I'm going to use a half a cup of these, I think. So we're just going to be playing. Ugh. I had them in the back of the refrigerator. They're a little hard to get out. Okay? But they're diced up nice for me, so I don't have to worry about that. I know it's lemons, limes, orange, cherries, I think pineapple's in it as well. Trying to remember how we used to have to make this ourselves. That's what but I can't remember. But we're going to put a half a cup of these in. And they're diced very fine, so they won't be big chunks. Where did I put that lid? Oh. I want to put some raisins in it instead. I am creating something, Ash, and it's going to be called Christmas Muffins, and I know I'm 5 weeks behind. Please don't get on me. Okay, Cutler. Yes, I am. This is coming off the top of my head. I got this crazy idea. And I said, why not? So let's see. I've got a basic recipe I'm working with, and I'm thinking about how I want to change it around. I'm going to use golden raisins. Let's see. If they want, I added half a cup of that. All right, let's use a half a cup of golden raisins, too, and that'll add up to a cup of fruit, right? We might go back to the fruit. I'm not sure yet. Still working on it. All right. Play. No, because we got the almonds we've got to put in here too. This is what people do. We get in here, we get these crazy ideas, and we start doing something. Oh, okay, Ash. Cutler. I don't think dark raisins would be good. I think the golden raisins would be nicer. So throw a half a cup in. Don't worry, we'll taste them and we'll find out how they come out. Like, I want to make beer English muffins. Am I thinking of going there? You darn tootin', I'm making rye ones now, sourdough. And I said, why can't I make beer muffins? I'll have to talk to my sons and ask them, can I borrow some of their beer again? They look at me and go, Mommy. I said, come on, don't get upset. You know you're going to like it. All right. Now, I thought that if I toasted almonds, I'd have to chop them up and they'd be a bit too chunky because we've got a lot of fruit in here, right? So I decided I'm going to put slivers of almonds in. All right, an apple's about half. I'm thinking. All right, we're going to put 2/3 of these nuts in. So I've got the sliced, naturally sliced almonds. We're going to put 2/3 of these in. You see where I'm going with this? I'm creating off my head a muffin recipe. I've got my basic that I'm always working with. I changed it around. So we'll put 2/3 of a cup of sliced almonds in. Doesn't it sound Christmassy already? Okay. I we have to mix this up because what we're going to do is be coating these things so they'll be suspended through the muffins and they won't sink down to the bottom, which a lot of people don't think about. And that's what you really, really have to do. Okay? Always remember, if you're adding these things, you don't add them at the end. You put them in with that flour. And then once they're coated, because I've seen a lot of muffins and stuff and everything sunk down to the bottom. Okay, Ash. Enjoy your day. Yeah, Cutler, I'm thinking about making English muffins, sourdough English muffins with beer. I don't know if I can do it. If I can't do it with sourdough, I'll do it with regular muffins. So see, they don't even teach you this trick anymore, which is really funny. They leave a lot of these things out, and then you don't know, and then when you try to make some of these, you love the cookbooks, you'd love to make the recipes, and then they make these, leave some steps out. And believe you me, I have recipes that do that to me, and I get really, really mad, okay? Now, we got our dry ingredients together, and we got everything coated. Okay, we're going to need 2 eggs. You should see the time I went into the liquor store, and I said, I need 2 gallons of vodka. He looked at me. I said, don't worry, it's for extract. Thank you, Cutler. We're trying to make Christmas muffins. I don't know if they're going to work. Okay? Once you have the basics, you can sit there and play with them. Like I made beer muffins. I made this kind and this time and other things. All right, now I need you to melt 1/3 cup of butter. We're using butter in this instead, okay? And this time I'm going to use yogurt in this instead of milk. I just want to be different, so I'm going to do it. All right, so we need, let's see. Okay, this is considered a liquid, so you have to measure it into a liquid measuring cup. If you don't know what a liquid measuring cup is, it has the spout on it. The flat ones like this are for your dry, and it's very important, believe it or not. Charlie, we are trying to make Christmas muffins, and I know I'm late, so don't say anything. All right. I can't add, I gotta get a new spoon. Okay. And yes, this is homemade yogurt, and it's much stronger. 1/2 cup of plain yogurt. And my yogurt has more flavor, so mine is going to be more on the tart side with the sweetness. So we're going to have that sweet tart taste. Because when you make yogurt, this is the kind of yogurt you used to buy in the store, not the sweet one and the ones they give today. Today they're so mild. Yogurts we had before were like, oh my God. But your mother got you to eat them. Okay? And for the woman who wants to know what I have for breakfast this morning, I'm going to have some yogurt with my apricot butter because I have some left. So I'm going to go ahead and mix that. That will be my breakfast. Okay. I'm going to put the yogurt with your egg. And by the way, if you make your own yogurt, I'm going to warn you, you do go to the bathroom. There are so many cultures in there, and it starts cleaning your colon and stuff out. Not the one you get in the store. You have to make this one from scratch. And as you keep on using your culture, they get stronger and stronger and strong. Oh boy, do they get strong. Okay, now you have hot butter and you have raw eggs here. So we are going to beat this together because the egg will cook with the hot butter. So I'm going to beat my yogurt and eggs until they're thoroughly mixed. You won't see any streak of yellow, and you won't see streaks of white. That's when you know your eggs are thoroughly beaten. And then you're slowly going to add this hot butter in here. I don't want to add oil this time. I just think it'll take away. I want to make these things rich. And if they don't turn out, you're going to see me throw it all in the trash and watch me go back to the cutting, to the drawing board, as they say. Mm-hmm. Okay, you can see I can make a mess like everybody else. Where's my fork? You didn't get one, Sandra. Now, I tell you all the time, and I'll probably keep on saying it till I'm blue in the face, never mix your muffins completely up, because if you do, they will not rise. Hi, Silly, hi, Teresa, and Growth. A lot of people call me Grandma. Though I'm not a grandmother, I am a mother. But I have no grandchildren. I gotta clean this up here. I'm gonna do the pan over here. They always tell you to work in a clean area. It'll help keep your oven clean, believe it or not. A lot of people don't think about that. So we're not gonna mix this all the way. Hi, Sherry. Okay, I'm gonna need some more yogurt. This is not enough. This happens sometimes when you're experimenting. We need a little more yogurt in here. So there's not too much on the bottom that's not mixed. Okay. And we'll see how this comes out. So understand that it seems that this basic recipe takes a little extra fluid because of the amount of the fruit and the nuts and the raisins we put in. All right, we're trying. Good morning, Corn Husk. Lynn, I'm trying to make Christmas muffins. I know I'm late. I tried to show you different things. And my family likes to snack. Most people will have chips and stuff in the house. Me, you can bet we're going to have muffins or something to snack on. Okay, as you can see, they're getting moist. Did you leave them set? Did you get them out? I hope these come out nice. It'd be nice just to sit there and say, when the holidays come around, what's for breakfast? We're having Christmas muffins. They'll say, what? Yes, we are. Just think, that'd be a nice way for your family to wake up to. But like I said, I woke up to the smells of the kitchen and something that my mother was making. So believe you me, we get quite excited about it as children. And then when you become a mother and you think about the things that she did, you sit there and you remember the joy that you had waking up to the lovely smells of food and stuff, or coming home from school and it's there. You sit there and you want to give that to your children as well. Do-do-do. Even when they become adults, they'll sit there and remember everything that you do. They'll realize that you're human and you're not a superhero, but you know, you do nice things for your family. That's why I wouldn't want to grow up today. Not many mothers are home cooking or anything else, and this joy that I had, and believe you me, we really did enjoy coming in and knowing there was something for us to eat. Even our friends would come over to see what my mother was making. And sometimes she would just make a peach cobbler and just give it over to Danny because he loved it. Okay, Jojo, Arthur, why? True, Jojo. Arthur, look, we all have our ups and downs, okay? Weird? Well, you better get out to your birds and feed them then. I've been feeding everybody but myself when I'm done here. Like I said, I'm going to have some yogurt with the apricot butter for me while these are cooking and we're waiting for them. All right, it's going to make 12 good size ones. All right, just giving you an idea of the size. Okay, now here comes, fingers crossed that this works. Okay, we'll know in 20 minutes. Okay, so we'll find out if this works or not. 25, 35, 40, 35, 45, 55, just about on the hour it'll be done. Okay, be right back. Now, I'm sure most of you already have coffee. No, I haven't, Andy. I don't know what you're talking about. I agree with you, Superman. Yummy. I know, it's looking really good. I have to make yogurt today. I am running out. Alexa, good morning. Joshua, good morning. Just apricot butter. So when the cantaloupes, I plant those seeds. When the cantaloupes come up, we'll make cantaloupe butter. When the apricots come out, we'll make that. We can also make different vinegars if you'd like to learn how to do that too. Right now I'm trying to learn how to make my own yeast. I think it's something basically made the same way as mead is made, except you're using fruit. And I think the sugar is what's going to help it. Protein hacks? No, there's enough protein in my food. You do not have to worry about getting extra protein. Weird it is. Yes, I did growth. I make a lot of things from scratch. Yeah, but I need fresh apricots. I went to see if they were dry apricots. I said, no, they have to be fresh apricots. I couldn't remember because I do so much. Hi, Celia. I do it in the spring, and within a week you should have it. You first have to get the culture going. You need warm milk and stuff. So in the spring, I will make some more yogurt. Look for it, and you'll see it. Okay? But we have to wait for warmer weather because we have to wait for the microbes to get active. That's our problem. No, they say you can do it in the winter. Believe you me, it does not work. But I'm hungry, so I'm eating. I shouldn't be eating in front of you. I should turn my back. I thought about making hash browns this morning with a fried egg, but I said, no, I've got bread going, and I got this other stuff I got to do. And a lot of people think hash browns are just take potatoes, grater them, and fry them up. No, you have to get a lot of that starch off, or they stick really funny, and they can burn, so you have to be careful about that. So I really thought about that, but I woke up, so I've got too much to do. I don't have time to do that today. Oh, dang, these are not going to taste right. I didn't put the 2 teaspoons of almond extract in it. Oh, dang, they're going to be flat. All right, I messed up. San Francisco, hi, Betty. I'm trying to make Christmas, I know I'm late, Christmas muffins, but I forgot that I needed to add 2 teaspoons of almond extract, which is going to give it its flavor. So it's going to be a little flat. Dang, I forgot it. That's what happens. But anyway, if they taste halfway decent, I can say good. Just add 2 teaspoons of almond extract. Okay. And I'm eating breakfast too. At the same time putting dishes up. I couldn't smell the flavor. I said, why can't I smell the flavor? Well, idiot, you didn't put the seasonings in. But at least I know what I'm going to put into it. Christmas muffins, at least. That's what oh, this that I'm eating, this is homemade yogurt with apricot butter that I made. See, when you first start your yogurt and you finally catch those little microbes, you have to sit there and make a small yogurt, and then you have to sit there and take a little bit of that and throw it out, and then you take that little bit and you put it with the milk and stuff, and then you start making your yogurt. So it's a few steps you have to go through. I don't need this. Shoot, I can't believe I forgot the almond extract. But at least if you're seeing this film and you're taking notes, please remember almond extract, 2 teaspoons. Because we're going to give it good flavor. What is wrong? Why isn't this going down? Come on. There. Hi, Laura. What are we making? We're making Christmas muffins that I forgot to add the almond extract into. I know, I'm a bad girl. Oh, but they do smell good in spite of not having any almond extract in them. I just thought the almond extract would go excellent with everything we put in it. Hi, Laura. I'm actually cleaning my mess up if you want to know what I'm doing. Isn't it good, Betty? Osage, hi, and good morning. Teresa, I found your address when I wrote it down here. I don't know if you're on. Teresa Garrett. Okay, I finally found it. If you want to be a moderator, let me know. Okay, we got that part done. That's right, don't be rude, but they are. I tell you, a lot of what you young people say, you need your mother home, you need a shed, and your father needs to put a paddle to your butt. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Betty. Okay. And good morning, M. Willow. Christina, it is. I can't wait. I'd love to see those young people paddle. Because you think you're so smart. And you're just so stupid. You couldn't do anything on your own. Oh, I know that. If they did that in real life, I don't think they'd have a mouth, or their face would be knocked to the ground. Okay, this all goes back in the refrigerator. I've got you, which is wrong. These muffins come out halfway decent, man. I'm gonna have to write them down. And remember to put 2 teaspoons in. Yeah, that's what I do. I bought 1 buttermilk, and I've been using the same buttermilk for a couple of years now, I think, if I remember. I bought it one time to get the culture started, and I've been working with it ever since. The only thing I worry about is going to my girlfriend's in Maine this spring, because my sons will not keep my cultures up, and I know they're going to die. You know, they won't go through the steps of watching that and, you know, taking care of them. Thank you, Christina. Oh, we're almost ready. Coconut milk. Maybe I should sit there with the coconut milk. I bought another coconut. My muffins might take a little longer because my oven's a little off. Not enough to get it repaired or replaced, but it's going to be needing to be calibrated soon. Oh yeah, they risen. They just don't have any almond smell. Oh, you have to be creative, Christina. If you depend upon the store for everything, you're going to find you spend more money. You can make horseradish. I'd strongly recommend you don't do what I did. I sat there and stuck my nose into it to smell it, and I was gagging for a half hour. It was strong anyway. So if you make horseradish, you save money. The jars and stuff you have, you notice they go bad within weeks. But when you make stuff and you put it in the refrigerator, mine will last a couple of months before it goes bad. So that's something that I've learned through my life, like everything else. You just sort of learn these things as we go along. But I thank my mother, my grandmother, Adele Davis, the ARE, James Baird, Julia Child, all of them that influenced me so much into this kitchen. No, Christina, I would have loved to have made my own. Good morning, Mark. Christina, I would love to have made my aprons. I found these on Amazon because everything I was finding had elastane in it. And I said, I'm not sewing if it has elastane. I just found a linen store that I like, and I found another one that has a lot of cotton material. We're just plain cotton, which I'm very happy with. And I found a corduroy place. So I'm going to be doing and getting sewing done as soon as I get my bills down. Yeah, I owe money. So before I can order material, and I already have everything for sewing, I need to do that. So that's what I'll be doing, and I'll start sewing. Right now I'm making a tablecloth. I showed you the rows, and I showed you the design. It came out of me. My sons were angry. He said, you're not charging them for it? I said, no, I just gave it to them. They asked me for it, and I gave it to them. And my sons were a little angry. He said, Mommy, that is your design. I said, I know it is, but I have it on video, my time frame, so I've got the date. If anybody tries to say it's theirs, they can't. Okay. You smell flat. Okay. Here they are. I'll pick them up. I tightened my phone up. It doesn't go all the way down now. Here they are. They turn out, they don't have any almond smell. That's the only thing. The entitlement is over the top. Okay. The flat knife is very good. For those of you who can't afford a lot of things, a flat knife you can use to get muffins and things out. You see how flat it is. If your breadsticks, you can get around it. You can also use it to frost your cakes. My frosting sucks. I don't lie about it. They look great. They don't look great. They taste delicious, but my frosting skills are not that good. All right, let's see what they look like. Here they are on the bottom, okay? And we're going to never squeeze these, all right? It's very important that you just barely hold them and pull them apart. That way they don't collapse back into dough. Okay, here is the inside. I know they taste good, but I can't smell anything. They do look delicious. I wanted to cool a bit so I can taste them. I didn't know they were going to work. I have to be honest with you. I was just playing around. Hi, Paul. Thank you, Christina. Oh, they did come out. They have no almond in them, but when you buy them, the fruit is so sweet. If you want to put almond extract in it. They are delicious. You're right. I don't have to beat myself up. They're good. They're really good without anything. Yes, I have 2 sons. I lost my daughter. I wanted 6 children. They are good. You are so right. I wanted to put 2 teaspoons of almond extract, but you can make these without them because the fruit, we put so much fruit in it, that dried fruit flavor is coming through. Christina, a lot of people don't know how to bake. That's why before I end this video, I'm going to start telling you what we need next week. The people from other countries do not know how to make biscuits. These are really good, you're right. Just imagine I put the flavor in it, it'd be over the top. So I want to tell you, we're going to be making butter biscuits. Now, I'm making light whole wheat butter biscuits, but you can make plain butter biscuits. North Carolina, check it in. They look delicious. They are. Thermal. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to have to do them, I think, in the afternoon. Because if I do it early in the morning, not everybody's up during the hours that I bake. And my sons will be gone, so we'll have more time. But I'm going to show you the proper measurements on how to make biscuits properly. And then we can sort of go Northern Virginia. Daryl, Don, that's all I'm going to say. Paul, yes, I can make pancakes. So I'm going to be doing some basic things you have to learn to know so we can move further into the recipes. People who already know how to cook, if you wish to join during Come Cook With Me, by all means, we'll have fun in the kitchen. And I will sit there and I will stay on with the lives so we can wait for yours to come through, and then we can taste them and you can let me know how yours are. But there are tricks to the trade. You are going to need, if you want to make light whole wheat, you're going to need to buy some whole wheat flour. You need all-purpose flour. You're going to need salt, and you're going to need baking powder. Okay? And we're going to need butter, and the butter you're going to have to put it in the freezer because you want it cold when we grater it so we get that nice fluffy look that you're looking for. You're going to need a baking sheet or a cookie sheet. You're going to need measuring spoons. You need a liquid measurer and dry measurers, all right? You're going to need 1 bowl, should do it. Now, if you don't have a biscuit cutter, you can take a tomato paste can, open both ends, wash it and clean it. It'll come out just about the size you need to make biscuits, okay? Oh, today we were trying to make Christmas muffins and they worked. Hi, Philly. Look, everybody goes so fast. No, I don't need to make marijuana muffins or brownies or anything else in that category. Lid. Oh, they're good. You're right. The almond extract would have thrown me over the top, but they're good just like this. So you're going to need that. And what day would you like me to do it in the afternoon? I'm going to let you give me some ideas. I like that, Connor. I thought Wednesday or Tuesday. Thank you, Sharon. Sunday afternoon. I can do Sunday afternoon, okay? All right, Sunday afternoon. Let's see, what am I doing? You're usually doing ironing, making beds. You want to try 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday. Not this Sunday, it'll be the following Sunday because I'll give you time to get everything that you need, all right? Okay. So Sunday, I'm on the east coast of New York. So you have to look the time for Eastern Standard Time in America. That will be the time I'll be cooking at 3 o'clock. I don't know what time that'll be for you, but I'll do it at 3 o'clock, not tomorrow, which is Sunday. The following Sunday, and we will be making butter biscuits. So I will see you definitely that Sunday. I hope I don't have anything good. I'll make sure I have something easy to make for Sunday dinner so you can see how butter biscuits are together. You'll have the ratios and you'll understand exactly what's going on. Yes, I know. I saw that. We saw it on opening night. No, I think the next stream I'm going to meet. I don't know. Okay, Sharon, you're not far from me. 3, I know you want pancakes. Anyway, you're very right. They're very good. Yes, I make them from scratch. Somebody gave me the mixture you buy in the store. He says make pancakes. I burned every last one. So I'm going to mark this phone down. 3 o'clock Sunday, not tomorrow. The following week we're making. Come cook with me. I'll do another video in the middle of the week to remind everybody that we will be making pancakes the following Sunday. Okay? So listen, these are really good. Oh, with almond would have fell over. Anyway, you take care. If you're making this recipe, do not forget to add 2 teaspoons of almond extract. Okay? But if you don't worry. They won't be bad. They taste pretty good. Okay? So I'll see you then. Oh, this lady said she wants to help. They told me I have to pay, but she said she doesn't want to be paid. She just wants to help to get rid of them. Yes, I make steaks and other things like that. I do a lot of cooking. I've got over 2,900 videos. So if you go through those videos, just recently I started doing more lives. Up to that point, I was just making videos because I thought videos would be that you could just sit there and stroll and watch them as you go through it. You'll find out that I make a lot of things from scratch. You'll see canning, water bath, and pressure canning. You will also see dishes that I make from fish to beef to veal to lamb to whatever I can find. Hey, Casey. Good morning. Coupling 360? I don't know. So I do a lot more. Steaks are going to start getting expensive because the slaughterhouses are not busy now. You usually have those during the holidays because the slaughterhouses open in the autumn when they're really slaughtering a lot of animals. Right now, pork and chicken should be going up in price because a pig can have a lot of piglets, and chickens keep laying eggs, and if you let the eggs grow, they grow very quickly. Depends upon what I'm doing. Based, you're talking about, yeah, when it's turned over, but I usually sear my steaks, okay? But Tasha Garrett, I have to check her out. She said she wants to be a moderator. Guys, I have to let you go because I got to check her out because she wants to be a moderator. Okay? What stream? This one? I'm trying, but everybody's talking to me. Okay, where? Some, not all. Be quiet. All right, so listen, I'm really going to have to go now because I want to check Tasha Garrett out. I don't see her on, and I hope everything is well with her, but I'll find out. So listen, take care, okay? Come on.